Hey everyone. It's time again for the annual review of my project, RomanizedMM. So introducing myself, I'm Yanai, and I've been working on this project called RomanizedMM for the past 2 years. Talking about what the project is, it's a web app that provides lyrics in different formats, including Burmese romanization, which is Burmese language written in English words. So it's easier for people who can read Burmese to follow along, and also the meaning version that provides the meaning of the song lyrics. So before I dive into the reflection for this year, I think it's better to start giving some context about this project. So I've had this idea since 2022 because I'm actually a vivid international music listener. So I listen to Thai songs, Indonesian songs, and so on. So most of the time when I listen to these songs, I try to sing along as well. So because I don't speak the language, uh, it requires me to search for romanization so that I can sing along. So when I go onto Google to search these songs, I always find the lyrics of these songs. But one day it just struck me that I need to find the same for Burmese songs. So I tried. There are a few songs that have romanized lyrics, but they are like a few uh, famous ones, and it's very very rare that the Burmese songs have romanization lyrics. So I started working on this project later in 2023, and I validated the idea by going through the YouTube music videos where you can see in some of the famous songs that people who are in foreign countries often listen to Burmese songs and they really cannot find the lyrics. So they always write comments saying that uh, hey, what's the meaning of this lyrics? It sounds good, but I don't understand what this is. So it gave me an idea that maybe I can be the first to start. So I started coding this project in the late 2023 after I learned React and Node.js. And at the end of 2023, I polished it up. And by the first week of January, I had it deployed this Romanized MM domain. So since then, the project has grown a lot. It has gained traction over the past 2 years, and especially in 2025, we're getting users, which I'll further deep dive into later. But before going into those sections, first, let's take a look at what Romanized MM looks like these days. Yeah, so right now you can definitely see the main page of RomanizedMM. You can see there is this is an English version, and if you actually go into menu, you will see that there's also Burmese version available. So if you switch to Burmese, it changes to Burmese, and you'll see the uh, Burmese words here like this. So from here, you can. I'm going to switch back to English for presentation purposes. So you can search any songs you want. Let's say I want to search for one song called Simp for You. So right there. So I have this song. You'll see that this is sent by Young Google. So I'm gonna do it. And you'll see this is what a song page looks like. You can see if there's something wrong with this song, you can press this button and write a report to me so I can take a look at it. But you'll see this is the format for a song page. There is this description, uh, which I call one-line description to describe the what the song is about, so that the user gets the idea about the context of the song. And you'll see some of these information here. And as you see, there are three options. This is the YouTube video that you can see here. If you close it, if you don't want to see the video, you can close it by pressing this. Well, if you want to listen on Spotify instead, you can just open it. It will automatically open the Spotify player, and yeah, you'll be redirected to this page. Also, same for Apple Music, but I don't have Apple Music, so there's that. Um, yeah, so as you can see, there are three different types of lyrics. This is Burmese. Well, if you're looking for Romanized, you can just switch it to Romanized lyrics and sing along. And this is the meaning version. So you'll see these lyrics, and well, you can also see here there are these lyrics available by the same artist. So it makes it easier for users to explore more songs here. And of course, the users have options to share on Facebook, X, anything that they. So this is the core page of this project. Um, in the menu, you can see there is this about page. You can see songs. You can discover songs here, different different formats. Just whatever you just go through the songs. You can open a new song here, and so on. Okay, so this is about songs. You'll see artists here. Well, yeah, just like the songs, you'll see lots of artists here. If you want to listen to Bunny's songs, you can just open the drop down. It will show you all the songs available, the lyrics available for this artist, and yeah, you can just go into one of the songs, and there you go. You're on that musician's page. Yep, so that's how artist works. In Song Request, this is a feature that you will have probably seen in the last demo video as well, last year. You can see this is a form to submit. You can see all the songs here. Sorry, all the fields here. All you all the user has to do is just type the song title and the artist. There are these optional fields, but these are something that I can just find. As long as I have the title and the artist, I can definitely search it up for the user. So you can see there's this feature called Song Queue. These are the songs that are currently in the queue, requested in the last few days. So of course these are the songs that I need to still process. Uh, Also, there's another section called Songs Recently Added. You'll see these are the songs that have been added in the last few days. So this was added yesterday, yesterday, 3 days ago, 3 days ago, and so on. So I also make it easier for a user to navigate quickly from this page. So if you want to go here, all you have to do is just click this. And there you go. The person is already on that page. So so yeah, guess the lyrics as well. On the other hand, um, this is just a small trivia that you can participate in, but I've covered this in the previous demo because this is a feature from Silcom last year. Anyways, I think it's good to compare and contrast between what I did last year and what I've done this year. So basically, the initiatives that I've taken this year, which includes the new features, the user feedbacks from my friends and so on. So let's go through some of them. So the homepage still looks pretty much the same as last year. If you go into songs page, this is actually different from last year. So if you go back to my last video, you will see that the song catalog used to be a table with the song name, the artist names, and the link to it. But to me, as a user, that seemed very simplistic, and it's just not attractive enough for users to browse through. So I changed it this year into this card format, where it also now includes an album cover of these songs. So I get these data from Spotify. So these are taken from Spotify with the names and the artists. So as you can see here, it looks much better visually. I also have this feature, show items, where you can browse different numbers. So if I do 30, then you'll see 30 songs on here. All these songs are sorted on alphabetical order, so you'll easily notice that. Um, if you switch it to Burmese, it will be sorted based on the Burmese names. Uh, well, in the ASCII code, English letters come first. So for songs that don't have any Burmese name, these come first. Uh, you'll see most of the songs in English letters are the ones that are not in Burmese words. So if you go here, you'll see it will be sorted in Burmese words. Yep. So that is it. That is what I wanted to show for the artists. Now let me switch back to English. Sorry, songs and artists. It's the same as well. There's there are these songs. So let's go into so artist catalog is a new feature that did not exist in the previous demo last year. So I created this catalog just so that some users may find it interesting to find the songs by the artist, because usually that's the user behavior of Spotify. Because as a user, sometimes I it makes it easier for me to find the songs based on the artist. So I'll go into artist, look at the songs. So see, she has 4 songs. But now, if I want to look, I also have this new feature called bio. So what this does is it has a small place for users to read biographies. Um, Biographies are usually a great way to get to know the artist, especially if you are like a foreigner who's trying to listen to Burmese music. And in those cases, I believe context might matter. So you'll see you get to read all the biography of these songs. One thing that I want to show is actually maybe on second page. It's called Team 143. Yeah, here we go. So if we look at this bio, this is Team 143 is actually a band that is actually trending among teenagers, young adults in Myanmar. I actually contacted Team 143 to gather their bio. I sent them an email one day in April, asking their manager if they can answer some of my questions because I'm working on their biography. And I actually got this one whole big list of information. And one thing that I found interesting from this band is that 143 actually means I love you. So there's one letter, love, four, and then you, three. So that's how they came up with the name Team 143. I think they used to also have a album called 143. But yeah, it is actually based on these letters I love, which I found it pretty interesting. This is something that is easily findable on the internet, and it's also a fast-hand information. So yeah, I feel like this is a great way to get users know about the band, and I really aim to work more on this in coming years. I need to reach out to more artists and see what they've got, because this kind of information aren't easily available on the internet, and you really need to reach out to the artists to obtain this information. So so yeah, artist catalog is basically these. Um, for going back to, like, let's just say a random song, not a random song. Let's go to this. So this song was actually pretty trendy back in July. So I added a feature on the song pages where you can see like the brief information about the user. And also, for example, this song has a sync lyrics with the video. So let's take a look at that. So I open the song, right? You can also switch to another version at the same time. Well, you can see the lyrics are actually all synced, and you can actually go back and forth between the lyrics. So if I go here, you'll see it will resume from that point, and now you can also go back here to the previous point here to retrigger the flow from that point. Cool, isn't it? I think it's a really really good feature because it helps some users to easily follow along. Yep, I think that's a cool feature of a song. Also, you'll see this button called surprise. Actually, this surprise is a random shuffle between different songs, and my goal was to make users reach the pages that aren't found much. So pages that don't have many users, so that these users land there and then perhaps discover some gems. So, for example, if you press a song, you'll get to this song called Troll. Well, yeah, you're already in that song, uh, and you can basically draw the song. And also, yeah, another feature with this song, for example, is that some of the songs they have different versions. So you have the main version, you have acoustic version, you have jazz versions. There are different versions that people will listen to. Some will probably prefer one, some prefer another. Um, so to make it accessible in one place for all the versions, I added this feature where users can actually toggle between different versions. So you can go back, for example, this is the main version, this is the acoustic version. Yeah. So that's just one feature here. It's a new feature, by the way. Yep, that's all. And going to the song request. So previously, until the beginning of the year, I only had four fields. These first four fields called title, artist, YouTube, and details. These four were enough for me to find the songs and then upload the lyrics. But I also added these new features here. So the first feature was a notify me option where the user can type in an email so that I can, as an admin of this site, notify the user when the song is ready. So it has been really effective. It has been really effective this year. After adding it, I have received about 13 unique requesters with emails attached, where I think four of them made more requests after sending their first request. So they are basically the returning users that came back to more songs. So I believe sending the email to them sort of strengthened the customer trust on our on my site, and they probably realized that this is an active site that is always processing the requests. So customers have the users have trust on them. Yeah. So basically a customer obsession here. And you'll also see these two features called requested by do you have a story to tell? Actually, this is my attempt in making the song more relatable to the emotions and the feelings. And one of my initiatives that I'm trying to conduct is trying to associate the songs the with the feelings. So what this feature does is the user can add their name. It can be their actual name or nickname, whatever. If they don't add a name, I can actually add anonymous to it. And you'll also see, do you have a story to tell related to this song? So most of the people, I don't know about others, but for me, most of the songs, there's always a story behind it that I want to tell. For example, I heard it at a bar. I heard it because of a friend and so on, and it makes me remind of something, someone. So this is actually a way for users to tell their story what they think about the song, what they have experienced on the song. So I added this feature. For example, you can see a sample here. So in the song, you'll see the song reminds me of her who was good to me throughout our relationship. Thank you. So basically, the song is Jesu Bakwe, which means thank you. So this person called Joshua actually felt thankful to her when listening to this song. So something like that actually makes it more unique for the viewer because they can now relate to the song. And I'm pretty sure there are people who are in the same position and will feel the same about it. So I implemented this feature not long ago, maybe about a month or two ago. So far, I think three people have written a story to it. One of them was a Twington song. It was about his grandfather introducing him to the song and such. Another one was like a long distance relationship, which is pretty interesting to find because after I read the lyrics, um, it's not a surprise that they feel that way. I'm also hopeful that people who visit those songs will probably have the same feeling, if not something similar to it. Yeah, so that's the new feature. This is also a new feature. Actually, if you look at my GitHub report, you will see this was actually added last week. And it was added last week. Uh, it was added last week where it shows the last five added songs. Uh, these are actually all the songs from the queue. So once the queue is cleared, that automatically goes into this song. Yeah, so these five songs, this is also a new feature. And that actually wraps up all the uh, all the all the new features that I have added this year, unless I am missing something, which I don't think I am missing. Let's see if I still have something else. Yeah, not really. So yeah, lots of new features. Uh, it's a pretty exciting year, and I am ready to jump into the metrics on how RomanizedMM has grown over the year of 2025. So let's go with Google Analytics first. Well, you can see here there are currently 11 active users right now using RomanizedMM, which is always great to see. You can see people from Thailand, Singapore, Canada, and Myanmar, of course, are using the website. I'm pretty sure you're already looking at this graph. This is actually set to this year from January to today. And as you'll see, I have 47,000 users this year, 190K views, which to me is pretty insane. If you are looking at the graph at the start of the year, I had like 164 users in 3 days, every 3 days. And now I have 3,300 users every, actually every week here. I don't know why it's measured 3 days, but here. But you can see the numbers actually return 10 times more, which is which is more than what I expected for the year. That is actually pretty insane to me. Now let's go to the to these metrics. So active users, you can see the graph that pretty much every country, pretty much every country has browsed my website at some point. Especially if we're looking at Asia, you can see every country is actually covered. From what I've seen before, there are only three countries in Asia that have not used my uh, site this year. That is Mongolia, Afghanistan, and Tajikistan. Every country in Asia has actually used my website at some point. And going here, you'll see these are the top songs. Sing For You, which is one of the songs that I showed before. It actually was released around July, and I was one of the first people on the internet to on Google to release the lyrics. So that actually helped me gain more users. These are top top visited pages here. Um, yeah, looking at how people reach here, you'll see organic search that is from Google Index, for example. This is direct. So direct means the users already know this site exists and then they just directly enter the URL to get into my site. So that's actually 7,500 people sessions. So there's a good amount of people who are revisiting, returning. You can see there are also some from referrals, like probably from LinkedIn or Facebook. Sorry, Facebook probably isn't social. These are just different sources. I know that some people are visiting from like other sources and so on. But let's jump back into this metric. So I actually started deploying this back in January 2024. So if we look at the numbers here, let's say 2024 here. So if I do that, you'll see it's only 53K overall. So this year I got 47,000, which means there were only about 5,000 users until before this year. And to validate it, let's see what it looks like before the start of the year. Uh, so custom January 2024 to let's say 2024 and 31st. Yep, as you can see, there were only 5,500 users until before the start of this year. And if we are looking back at the overall number of users, we have actually crossed, we have actually, to 28th December. Yeah, so 47,000. So this year we gained 47,000, which is almost 10 times the return, 10 times the return from last year. And I'm gonna look at last 30 days. 10,000 of them are just from the last 30 days alone. And you can see the spike in these days where I actually receive more users than what is expected by the Google Analytics algorithm. It's a lot. You can see the world music median range is this blue mark, and I am outbeating it since 11th December. It's a lot. Things have gone so much uh hectic in the last few months. But it's for a good reason because now I'm getting more users. Yeah, so let's go to the reports and see if there's something that's interesting. Oh, this is actually for a month. If we do January to today, yeah, 47,000. Average engagement time per user, it's 1 minute and 35 seconds, which is a little less than what I expect because, well, usually a song ranges from average 3 minutes to 4 minutes. But 1 minute and 35 means people are leaving at about half. But so that's something that I really need to look into. You can see these are first user sources. Most of the people come from Google. You'll see Bing. What's actually surprising is ChatGPT. There are people who are finding the lyrics on ChatGPT and are actually being redirected to my site. So that's a good thing that ChatGPT is discovering my site, and people are seeing my site. This graph is actually pretty interesting. You'll see that out of so for example, let's look at this day, which is the peak day. So I had a total of what, maybe 680 users that day, and 130 of them are returning users. So they keep returning, which is good for me because those are the users that you want in the long term. They want to be visiting. What else? Let's see. Yep. The cities make sense. The top two being from Myanmar, Bangkok in Thailand, and then we have Singapore. These are from Myanmar as well. Yep. So very, very strong data for this year. I'm just very happy that the returns have doubled, not double, 10 times the in this year. It's pretty interesting. Let's look at this. This is actually from Google Search Console, and for Google Search Console, this is actually from this year until today. You'll see there have been 73,000 clicks on my website, and the total impression actually is almost 1 million. So this is actually the amount of times people have seen my website on the indexes, for example, GPT and such, and it's almost 1 billion times. So 1 million times that my pages have been shown everywhere. Average click to ratio, I think it's click ratio, click to, I'm not sure what that is, but it's 8.2. So I think it's click to impression. So out of 100 people, about only 8 people click it, which is not a very good number. I really need to get this better, which means I need to look into visibility because I mean visibility improved by a lot, but this is an area that I still need to look into. So I'll look into it next year and hopefully have a solution. And my average position is 5. So what this means is yeah, the number at which my result appears on the site. So let me look at what CTR. Yeah, impression that result, which is basically a ratio of these two. Anyways, you'll see people actually click about, yeah, it always hovers around 8 to 10%. Uh, yeah, you'll see the queries. This is how people search to see my pages. This, for example, this info lyrics page has almost 50% conversion. Pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, they are just different lyrics, different pages. Most of this is the most visited pages. Sim for You in English version is the most visited. There's also this Makuya Keba in Burmese version that is also visited. Top two countries, the same as last time, Myanmar, Thailand, India. Yeah. Uh, Actually, I remember showing this last year. Uh, this is actually my latest achievement, which I achieved just yesterday, which is 12K clicks in 28 days. And now, let me go back to the start of the year, 2025. This is at the start of this year when I made the video. 1.8K clicks in 28 days. So let's just say 2K clicks. Yeah, 2K clicks in 28 days. And now we're looking at 12K clicks. That's a 6 time return, 30 days, 6 times. It has grown rapidly in the last year, and I'm very happy with it. The numbers are very strong, and I'm really looking forward to improving this more and more in the future. So now let's go back uh, to the website. Um, just recapping on what I've done with the songs this year. I managed to upload about 90 songs in total. I received about 57 song requests. Uh, so that means about 30 of them are the songs that I uploaded on my own. But most of the songs are being requested by the users, which is the goal that I want to shift towards too, because uh, because what users upload are the ones that other users are likely to be looking for. So I'm really hoping to increase that number in the future. So uh, now that I'm concluding the presentation with really strong numbers, there are a few things that I still want to achieve uh, next year. So now that I've actually reached 50K users, my next year's goal is to have 100K users in total. It'll be very nice to have 100,000 users. It will be a very great milestone for me to achieve. There are also new features want to that I want to implement. So actually, I was writing a blog here, and this is my New Year wish list. So the first thing actually is a user profile. So I want to be able to implement a system where a user can sign up or create a profile so that on a developer's perspective, I can keep track of solid numbers instead of relying on the user count on Google Analytics. Having custom profiles also makes it easier for users to return and reuse the application for, for the lyrics. Um, and also, there are many with benefits with upgrading profiles because I can add account-based features, which I'll mention later. Uh, that's the main thing that I'm looking for. But of course, this kind of feature comes with caveats like user security, authentication, authorization, and so on. So that's something that I need to keep in mind. I will definitely experiment this because the features that I want to implement with account base are really some interesting features. Um, so for example, I want to implement a feature where the user can rank their songs for this month, for example, on their or their songs of all time. And what I'm thinking is to allow users to reshare those lists on social media with their friends and so on. And I feel like this is a great way to spread awareness of RomanizedMM and also gain more users onboard more users on the site. Uh, that's the main user base feature that I want to implement. I also want to implement a feature called Spotify YouTube Playlist. So what that means is that I'll probably have a new page here called Playlist, and navigating to that page will show a list of playlists based on moods, feelings, or genres. So instead of having to find each one of them, the users can browse to all the playlists in one go and then save it on their Spotify, for example. Uh, One good thing that comes out from this feature is also allowing users to submit their playlist. Maybe some people are actually looking for people to check out their playlist because I know that's a thing in Spotify. Um, yeah, so I can actually let the users submit their playlist IDs and I can show them the playlist for others to check out. So these are just a few features that I have in mind. I'll probably have more in the future, and I really do believe that those features will help me uh, grow RomanizedMM. And of course, with the increasing number of users, I also have to think about scaling because even now, as you can see in the song request, I have a really big backlog that I need to clear. There's probably about 15 of them. I try to do them every Saturday, Sunday, as mentioned in the notes here. But there are, of course, days where I'm busy and I can't take a look. But as it grows, I'll probably receive more requests. So I need to find a way to automate the song requests. But then romanization is a feature where automation may be pretty hard because I have a particular type of romanization style that actually maps to actual pronunciation of English words, so it's easy for users to sing along. It's not the typical romanization that you will see with all the slashes, dots, and all that. They actually make it so hard for user to sing because nobody actually knows those. And they're not probably gonna look at the lyrics if they contain those weird squiggy things. So I'm gonna look to how to automate it. It may be hard. It may not produce the result that I want, but I can definitely make the process more efficient. So instead of taking like 30 minutes to publish a lyrics page, I can do it in maybe 5 minutes. That's something that I'm aiming for, and I'm pretty sure with the AI stuff and everything, which I'm already using right now to generate the lyrics, I'm pretty sure I can utilize the power of AI to publish more, publish more, publish more and more, clear the backlogs. And yeah, so for that's all for the future outlook, and that pretty much concludes year in review for Romanized MA. I don't know if there's anything that I want to talk about. No, not really. I think that is good enough. And that concludes my presentation for 2026. Just a summary, 53,000 users, 60 song requests, 92 songs added. I really do believe this is gaining traction, and I am going to try my best to grow this in 2026. Thank you for listening and see you next year.